Tunisia and Côte d'Ivoire have been set to match up in the Afrobasket final. Let's just break down their stats and see how these two teams stack up alongside each other statistically, and just to get a glimpse of what you're going to expect. So, on shooting, both teams shoot pretty decently. They shoot both about 40%, but Tunisia takes this one with 48% from the field as opposed to Côte d'Ivoire's 43%. But when it comes to 2-point field goals, you can see Tunisia really win that stat. 63% from 2-point field goals. They're converting their mid-range shots and layups as opposed to Côte d'Ivoire's 48.4%. When we look at the 3-point field goals, you can see Tunisia takes that stat 31.5% as opposed to Côte d'Ivoire's 32.6%. And when you look at also the free throw, you can see both teams shoot under 70%. It's pretty deplorable, especially from Tunisia on the line. From the line, you can see 64.6% from the free throw line as opposed to Côte d'Ivoire's 69.4%. So you can see Côte d'Ivoire has that edge when it comes to the line. When it comes to the rebound department, you can see Côte d'Ivoire out rebounds Tunisia 51 rebounds 51 times as opposed to Tunisia's 29. So Tunisia has to make sure that they are very good, have a good defensive presence and rebounding from their big man. So they have to fix that, because if they don't, they're gonna get out rebounded again. Second chance points are gonna be flowing for Côte d'Ivoire, and that's what Côte d'Ivoire used to capitalize on to beat Senegal. So that's that. Then when you look at them key stats, when it comes to the steals, Côte d'Ivoire takes this stat 11 steals to Tunisia's 9 steals. In the assist department, Tunisia fall behind, but not by a wide margin. You can see Côte d'Ivoire knows how to share the rock pretty well. 23 assists as opposed to 17 assists from Tunisia. When it comes to turnovers, although Côte d'Ivoire converting good assist numbers, they also convert very bad turnover numbers, 17 turnovers as opposed to Tunisia's 13 turnovers. So you can see both teams are pretty struggling, especially in the turnovers department, taking care of the basketball. When it comes to blocks, you can see both teams they're right there in blocks. They're almost tied. In the blocks, I expect both teams to put up a defensive clinic and match up with each other, because this game is a huge game. It's going to be the finals, so they are not supposed to let some easy layups fly. So that's it. That's that. Then we've got the fouls. Both teams foul a lot, but the team that fouls a lot in this case is Côte d'Ivoire, 16 fouls to Tunisia's 14 fouls. The foul bug just really creeps in. Fouls and turnovers, both teams have to reduce this stat so that it can be efficient with the basketball and have a good overall net rating and plus minus. But from points of turnovers, you can see Côte d'Ivoire takes this stat 18.6 points from turnovers as opposed to Tunisia 16.2 fast break points. You can see Tunisia lags in this stat 8.8 points fast break points. And Côte d'Ivoire just takes this stat with a wide margin, 22.4 fast break points. When with second chance points, you can see Côte d'Ivoire also takes this stat 11.4 second chance points as opposed to Tunisia's 8.8 second chance points. Points in the paint, the presence of Côte d'Ivoire inside is just mind-boggling. It's just ridiculous at this point. 36.8% points in the paint as opposed to Tunisia's 24.8. Points in the paint, Côte d'Ivoire or Tunisia, whichever team that's going to establish their defensive or offensive presence inside, they have to use this so that they can win this game. So they have to establish their authority inside. Whichever team is going to do that, but I feel like both teams have the ability. It's just a matter of seeing what team is going to one up the other when it comes to that stat. So points in the paint, I expect this to change depending on how these teams orchestrate their offense, depending on the defense that is set. Then we've got points from the bench. Côte d'Ivoire just take this stats by a wide margin, 32.4 points from the bench as opposed to Tunisia 16. And most of the big stats, most of the stats, Côte d'Ivoire just checks all the boxes. but there are also those things that don't appear on the stat sheet, but count very greatly when it comes to basketball. But both teams have been unbeaten and through this whole run. We just start with Côte d'Ivoire. Côte d'Ivoire matched up with Kenya. They beat Mali, they beat Nigeria. They snapped the winning streak for Nigeria. They knocked out Guinea, and now they've knocked out Senegal to punch their ticket to the finals. Then looking over to Tunisia, you can see they won their first game against Guinea. They beat Egypt. They beat Central African Republic. They knocked out South Sudan, who previously knocked out Kenya. So Tunisia knocked out South Sudan, and they knocked out Cape Verde to punch their ticket to the final. So you can see both teams have been leaders in their groups. You can see Côte d'Ivoire was the leader in Group C. They had an unbeaten run, 3 wins, 0 losses, 100% win percentage. And also Tunisia had the same, 3 wins, 0 losses, 100% win percentage. So you can see both teams are pretty elite, and they are also my pick to make the contender from the start. So I am not surprised to see both teams pull off this, and they actually meet in one of the greatest stages in basketball, in Afrobasket. So in Africa, just to say this. So these teams already matched up previously. So let me just pull up their matchup real quick. So Tunisia matches up with Côte d'Ivoire in 9th August 2001. Tunisia beats Côte d'Ivoire 68-58. This competition was in the Africa Championship for men. Then the next matchup happened like 4 years later, 20th August 2005, FIBA Africa Championship for men, final round. Côte d'Ivoire edges out Tunisia 69-65, 4-point game. Côte d'Ivoire takes this, so the record is now split 1-1. Then from that day, Tunisia have just been on a warpath when they meet Côte d'Ivoire. So Tunisia, they matched up with Côte d'Ivoire 22nd August 2007, and those 2 years later. And Tunisia gave Côte d'Ivoire an L, 74-63. Then since then, there's just been an L for Côte d'Ivoire every time they've been meeting. 27th August 2011, Tunisia meets Côte d'Ivoire. Tunisia hands another L to Côte d'Ivoire, 60-57. And this time they're going to be meeting the Afrobasket. So I expect a very good matchup in this. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for this moment to see who's going to be crowned the champion. The defending champions, Tunisia, I really want to go back to back, and we're going to see a good matchup. It's either Tunisia going back to back or Côte d'Ivoire winning that title. So yeah, man, this is going to be an awesome matchup. I can't wait to see it, and it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be epic, and can't wait for it. With that being said, man, I'm out. Peace.